माने कुआ जाए स्लो एंड स्टेडी विन्स द रेस सो ठीक ठाक हम किसी समस्या हबार नहीं
सर आप नंबर से ठीक होने
Good evening, sir.
हेलो
Good
स्टार्ट
evening,
करीबा
sir.
आया प्रियंका
Yeah, yes, sir.
या
Yes, sir.
यू आर नॉट
अगर
देयर
आपको
यस्टरडे
कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है तो क्या इंग्लिश में या हिंदी में क्लास कर सकते हैं?
यस 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 यस
जी
so so today's topic is please write down Priyanka please write down complex economic structures today's topic complex economic structure
जी सर.
and here we have two important objectives and here we have two important objectives. The first objectives will be please write down the two important objectives. The first objectives will be comparative structure of economy. Comparative structure of economy in some early Indian states. Comparative structure of economy in some early Indian states. Comparative structure of economy in some early Indian states. Hyphen like you can you can write like Maurya, Kusana, Satavahana, and Guptas. Maurya, Kusana, Satavahana, and Guptas chronologically. So comparative structure of economy in some early Indian states, Mauryan period, Kusana period, Satavahana period, and finally the Gupta period. And the second objectives will be pattern of trade. Pattern of trade. And here we will discuss North India. In one part, North India, 600 BCE till 300 CE. Pattern of trade. Number one, North India, 600 before Common Era till 300 Common Era. Then Peninsular India. Peninsular India, the time is from 300 BCE, 300 before Common Era, till 300 CE, 300 Common Era. So yesterday I have already told you that when you will write an answer, you will divide that answer into some parts. And part one will be objectives. Part one will be objectives. Suppose you will write an answer or write a question. So you will write an answer. So you will write what are the objectives. You will write simply in this way. This answer deals with the following objectives. When I am teaching, I can say this topic deals with the following objectives. That is objectives. So the pattern of EGNO, if we discuss about the pattern of EGNO, that is very important and that is very fruitful also. So objective, the first is objectives. The second is introduction. The second part in your answer, in your assignment, you can write. The second will be introduction. Part 1, objectives. Part 2, introduction. Part 3, I have already told you yesterday in my last lecture. The third is the background. The third is background. And the fourth is the body. What the question asks, that the body. And finally, let's sum up, or in other words, I can say that is conclusion. So you can divide your answer in this way. This is the this is so far as IGNO is concerned. So this is a very good pattern, IGNO pattern. You can say IGNO pattern. So the first is objectives, second is introduction, third part the background, fourth the body, and last let us sum up means the conclusion. So
Sir,
able
this
to
answer
yes.
pattern should be followed in all type of question.
Yes, sir. Yes, Bianca. Yes, Bianca. In all types of question, you will write this. This will be better. That you see, today's topic is complex economic structure, and here in two objectives, we have narrated all these things. Comparative structure of economy in some early Indian states like Maurya, Kushanas, Satavahan, and Gupta. Means, in other words, I can say the comparative structure of economy during the time of Mauryan period, during the time of Kusana period, during the time of Satavahana period, or during the time of the Gupta period. Or you can say during the time of the Mauryan Empire, during the time of Kusana Empire, during the time of Satavahana Empire, and finally during the time of the Gupta Empire. And second part is the pattern of trade. If we discuss about the pattern of trade, so here we can divide into two. The first is North India and the second the Peninsular India. So in all your answers, in all your assignment, so you can divide in this way. This will be better because in objectives, the evaluator, so he is able to know what you are going to write, what you are going to write. That is so far the objectives is concerned. Then the introduction, then the background, then the body of the answer, the finally the conclusion. And in the IGNO pattern, it can be said the let us sum up. Okay, Priyanka?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Then you will write down, so two sentences, you will write down two sentences. These topics means complex economic structure. This topic deals with the comparative, please write down. This topic deals with the comparative structure of economy, comparative structure of economy in early states of India. In early states of India. In early states of India. It also analyzes the pattern of trade and urbanization. It also analyzes the pattern of trade and urbanization. Last sentence. It may be noted here that there also existed multiple level of growth, level of growth. So so in this background we will discuss Mauryan period, Kusana period, Satavahana period, and Gupta period. So if we discuss about the Mauryan period, first we'll discuss what are the important sources of information or the historical sources so far the Mauryan period is concerned. Can you tell me, anybody? Mauryan period. First we'll discuss about the Mauryan period. Before taking up that, we'll discuss about the sources of history and the rulers. Then we'll discuss the other information. So what are the sources of information so far the Mauryan period is concerned?
Sir,
Do you know?
Megasthenes Indica.
Yes, very good. Yes, Megasthenes. Yes. So Kautilya Sarthasastra and Megasthenes Indica are the important sources of information so far the Mauryan period is concerned. Kautilya Sarthasastra. Kautilya or Chanakya or Vishnugupta wrote a book entitled Arthashastra. So Arthashastra means the statecraft, the state administration. So Arthashastra tells us about the Mauryan history in India. And I have already told you this some foreign travelers came to India during the ancient period of Indian history. One, Megasthenes; second, Huayan; third, Huensang; and fourth, Itsing. I have already told you. So, Megasthenes, a Greek ambassador, came to India during the time of Chandragupta Maurya. During the time of Chandragupta Maurya. And he left an account. Megasthenes left an account. And the account of Megasthenes is an important source of information so far the Mauryan history is concerned. So far the Mauryan history is concerned. So the two important sources of information, please write down: Kautilya's Arthashastra and Megasthenes Sandika are the important sources of information so far the Mauryan history is concerned. Are the important sources of information so far the Mauryan history is concerned. Can you tell me Kautilya's Arthashastra and Megasthenes Sandika can be included? Which sources of Indian history or which source of Indian history? Priyanka?
Written sources, archaeological sources.
No, Priyanka. I have already
Liter-
told you that the sources are
literary
literary
sources.
sources.
Literary sources, sir.
Literary sources or literature, you can say.
Ji, sir.
Literary sources. Because let me say, because the literary sources of Indian history can be subdivided into three parts. I have already told you that the sources of Indian history can be divided into three parts. One is archaeological, second literary, fourth archival. And archaeological and literary sources are the important source of information. Archaeological and literary sources are the important sources of information for writing of ancient Indian history and medieval Indian history. Or in case of John Stuart Mill, the Hindu period of Indian history and the Muslim period of Indian history. That is archaeological sources and the literary sources. So, here, if we discuss about the literary sources of Indian history can be subdivided into three parts. Can you tell me? Literary sources. What is the subdivision of literary sources of Indian history? This is very important. This is the so far this topic is concerned. Priyanka,
Yes, sir.
can you tell me the subdivision of the literary sources? Radhanath?
No, sir.
Yes. So the literary sources of Indian history can be subdivided into three parts. The first is sacred literature, the second is secular literature, the third foreign travelers' account. Sacred literature, the second is secular literature, the third is foreign travelers' account. Sacred literature. So here you will find the religious texts. Veda, Gita, Upanishad, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Puranas. So these are included in sacred literature. Then, so far secular literature is concerned, like Bana Bhatta's Harsha Charita of Bana Bhatta. Second, Kautilya's Arthashastra of Kautilya. Third, Kallana's Rajatarangini of Kallana. Next, Kalidas's Meghaduttam, Kumara Sambhavam, Abhigyana Sakuntalam, etc. or Aryabhata's Vijayanaganta. So these are the secular literature. So sacred literature means roughly you can say the religious literature. Veda, Gita, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Upanishad, Purana. So can you tell me the time of the composition of Ramayana and Mahabharata, the two great Hindu epic of India, Ramayana and
Sir,
Mahabharata.
Gupta time.
The time of the composition of
Gupta time.
yes,
Gupta period
huh?
ରହିଥିଲା.
Yes. No. Radhanath, no. Priyanka. Anybody? Mausumi?
Sir,
Sir, Vedic period
can you listen me, sir?
Huh?
Sir,
Yeah.
Vedic period.
My question is,
Later Vedic period.
can you tell me the time of the composition of the two great Hindu epic of India? One Ramayana, the second Mahabharata. Ramayana by Valmiki and Mahabharata by Vyasa or Vyasadeva.
Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva can.
Vyasa or Vyasadeva. I want to know the time of the composition of the two great Hindu epic. One was Ramayana and the second was Mahabharata. Can you tell me? Yes,
Sir, like
yes.
Dwapar
So,
Yug, Treta Yug, can we say that? Dwapar Yug, Treta Yug.
Not. So during the time of the latter part of the letter of the period, please write down. So Ramayana and Mahabharata, two great Hindu epic by Valmiki and Vyasadeva respectively, were composed during the latter part of the latter Vedic age. Latter part of the latter Vedic age. I have already told you in my introductory classes. So the Vedas are of four types. The first is Rig Veda, or you can say that is the early Veda. Then came three Vedas in the name of letter Vedas: Jadur Veda, Sama Veda, and Athara Veda. So Ramayana and Mahabharata, two great Hindu epic composed during the time of latter part of the latter Vedic age, and Srimad Bhagavad Gita is a part of Mahabharata. Srimad Bhagavad Gita is a part of Mahabharata. So my point here is that if we discuss about the sacred literature, Veda, Gita, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Purana, Upanishad are included in the sacred literature group. Then, so far the secular literature is concerned, here Bana Bhatta Sarsacharita or Harsacharita of Bana Bhatta, Kallana's Rajatarangini of Kallana, we'll discuss in course of time. Kallana's Rajatarangini, then Kalidasa, Meghaduttam, Kumara Sambhavam, Abhijnana Sakuntalam, so on and so forth. So are these secular literature. And the third and the final part of the literary sources is the foreign travelers' accounts. And I have already told you that during the ancient period of Indian history, so we have come across four important foreigners visited India. The first was Megasthenes, a Greek ambassador. The second, Phayan. Third, Huan San, and fourth, Singh. Megasthenes account. The account of Megasthenes was entitled as Indica. So, Kautilya Sarthashastra and Megasthenes Indica tells us about the Mauryan history in India. And if we discuss about the Mauryan history, so in the year 321 BCE, Chandragupta Maurya founded the Mauryan dynasty. Chandragupta Maurya founded the Mauryan dynasty in the year 321 BCE, before Common Era, 321 BC. And he ruled over India till 298 BCE. Priyanka. So he ruled over India till 298 BC. 298 BC. So My point here is that, so Mauryan period, Priyanka, you wanted to say something?
No, sir.
Anything you wanted to say, Priyanka?
Sir, three type of literature were foreign trade, sacred, and secular. Am I correct?
Yes, yes, yes. Can you repeat me? Can you repeat, please?
Foreign literature, sacred literature, and the third one is secular
No,
or
no, no, no.
something else.
First, no, no, no. First one is sacred literature. SSER, it is sacred literature. The first one.
G. G.
First one, sacred literature. So here roughly you can say the religious literature like Veda,
Yes.
Gita, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Upanishad, Purana, etc.
G.
Clear? Secular literature, if we discuss about the secular literature, so here the Harsha Charita of Banabhatta. Banabhatta wrote a book in the entitled Harsha Charita. The second, Kalidasa wrote a book, Meghaduttam.
Yes, sir.
You are aware of Sanskrit. Sanskrit, you know, Priyanka.
No, sir.
Kalidasa, the Shakespeare of India. Kalidasa, the Shakespeare of India. He belonged to the Gupta, as I will discuss today. So Kalidasa wrote Meghaduttam, Kumara Sambhavam, Abhigyana Sakuntala, Rutasangana. So these are the important books of Kalidasa, who belong to the Gupta. Yes, these texts belong to these texts were included in the secular literature,
G.
and the Raja Tarangini of Kalana. And the third one is foreign travelers' accounts. Foreign travelers' accounts means, so during the time of ancient period of Indian history, so 4 important foreigners visited India and they left an account. The
G.
first one, Megasthenes. Second, Phayan.
Payan.
Third, Huansan. And fourth, Itchen. Similarly, during the time of Priyanka, during the time of I will discuss in course of my lecture. So during the time of the medieval period of Indian history, we have come across some important foreigners. Al-Baruni, Ibn Battuta, Marco Polo, so on and so forth. So during the time of the medieval period of Indian history, Francois Bernier. So these are the important foreigners visited India during the time of the medieval period of Indian history. Al-Baruni, first came Al-Baruni, then Ibn Battuta. Have you heard the name of Al-Baruni? Priyanka.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Al-Baruni, then Ibn Battuta. Then during the time of the medieval period of Indian history. Then the third one, Marco Polo, then Francois Bernier. I will discuss in course of my lecture. So if we discuss about in the year 321 BCE, so an all India empire was established by Chandragupta Maurya. An
Yes.
all India empire. That was the first all India empire. So you will find question in the UPSC. So which was the first all India empire in India? All India empire. Sarva Bharatiya Samrajya. So Mauryan empire. Because before Mauryan empire, you will find Nanda dynasty. Then you will find Sisunaga dynasty. And before Sisunaga, you will find the Haranyaka dynasty. So after the Sodasa Mahajanapada, 6th great Indian territory, you know 16 great Indian territory? You know 16 great Indian territory. Sodasa Mahajanapada.
Yes, sir.
Extending
Yes, sir.
from Kabul Valley till River Godavari. Extending from Kabul Valley till River Godavari. So in India, we have 16 great Indian territory or Sodasa Mahajanapada. And Anguttara Nikaya, the Buddhist text, Anguttara Nikaya, the Buddhist text, informs us about the 16 great Indian territory. And that was the first political map of India. That was the first political map of India. 16 great Indian territory was the first political map of India. And Anguttara Nikaya, a Buddhist text, tells us about the 16 great Indian territory or Sodasa Mahajanapada. That we will discuss in course of my lecture. So, 361 BC, you will find an all India empire was established by Chandragupta Maurya or Chandragupta Maurya was the founder of Mauryan dynasty. So, this is very important. Chandragupta Maurya was the founder. Please write down. Chandragupta Maurya was the founder of the Mauryan dynasty. Or, in other words, I can say Mauryan dynasty was founded by Chandragupta Maurya. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Then Chandragupta Maurya was succeeded by his son. He was Bindusar. Chandragupta Maurya was succeeded by his son Bindusar. So Bindusar was the second king of the Mauryan dynasty, and the third was Ashoka. Ashoka was the third king of the Mauryan dynasty. Ashoka, you know, Ashoka fought a great war in the name of Kalinga War. Ashoka was the third king of the Mauryan dynasty. Here, Ashoka ruled over India from 273 BC till 233 BC. Ashoka ruled over India or the Mauryan dynasty or Magadha, you can say. Magadha was ruled over by Ashoka. Ashoka ruled over Magadha from 273 BC till 233 BC, before Common Era. So in the year 273 BC, he ascended the throne. Ashoka ascended the throne of Magadha in the year 273 BC. But his coronation was delayed to 4 years. Or in other words, I can say, in the year 269 BC, he has been coronated. Can you tell me why you will find 4 years gap? Ashoka ascended the throne of Magadha
Sir,
in the year 273 BC.
sir, because he killed in this 4 year his 99 brothers. After that, he
Yes. That is, yes, Radhanath, you are correct, right? So, in this 4 years, why his coronation has been delayed for 4 years? Because, so, he was involved in a patricial struggle. According to legend, he killed his 99 brothers in order to occupy the throne of Magadha. Therefore, he has been named as Chanda Soko. He has been, so according to legend, not in history, according to legend, so he killed his 99 brothers in order to occupy the throne of Magadha. So therefore, he has been named as Chanda Soko. In the year 269 BC, he has been coronated, and the first political event was Kalinga War. Or Kalinga War was the first political event in the name of during the time of Ashoka, during the reign of Ashoka, the first political event. So then and we accept 233 BC as the death of Ashoka. Ashoka was died in the year 233 BC. But we do not know what happened to the Mauryan dynasty in India after the death of Ashoka. We do not know what happened to the Mauryan dynasty in India after the death of Ashoka, or in other words, I can say, we do not know who was the successor of Ashoka. So, Ashoka, if we discuss about his successor, one of his son was Kunal, another son, Samprati, another son, Mahendra, another son, Sanghamitra, another daughter, Sanghamitra, so another son, Tibara. So, you know, in the year 261 BC, after the Great War of Kalinga, Ashoka was converted into a Buddhist. Is not it? After the Great War of Kalinga, Ashoka was converted into a Buddhist, or he accepted Buddhism as his religion. Or Buddhism was the state religion in India, particularly in Magadha, after the Great War of Kalinga. And he sent his son Mahendra and daughter Sanghamitra to Ceylon for the promotion and the propagation of Buddhism. Mahendra and Sanghamitra. Then He has one son in the name of Kunala, another son in the name of Samprati, another son in the name of Tibhara. Tibhara was the son of Ashoka from the side of his queen Karubaki. You know the Karubaki episode, you know?
Yes, sir.
Priyanka?
The daughter of fisherman, daughter of a fisherman.
Priyanka, you know the Karubaki episode? Let me ask Priyanka.
No, sir.
No. Have you seen a movie in the name of Ashoka? There is a movie in the name of Ashoka. Have you seen that?
Yes, sir.
No.
Jodha Akbar.
No, I am talking of Ashoka. I am not
No,
talking
sir.
of Ashoka. The role of yes. Let me say. The role of Ashoka was played by Shah Rukh Khan, and the role of Karubaki was played by Kareena Kapoor. Now Kareena Kapoor Khan. You know both of them.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You
sir.
know Shah Rukh Khan.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you know Kareena Kapoor. Now Kareena Kapoor Khan. You know.
No, sir. I didn't watch that movie. I just know its name.
Nahi, Kareena Kapoor played the role of Karubaki. Karubaki was a beautiful fisherwoman. Again, this was a factor which led to Kalinga War. So Ashoka fell in love with a beautiful fisherwoman in the name of Karubaki and wanted to marry her. Ashoka fell in love with a beautiful fisherwoman in the name of Karubaki and wanted to marry her. In order to gain this particular object, he wanted to acquire the homeland of the beautiful fisherwoman where Karubaki lived, and that led to Kalinga War. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Clear? Priyanka?
Yes,
So,
sir.
that was a cause which led to Kalinga War. So, after the great war of Kalinga in the year 261 BC, so Ashoka was converted into Buddhist, and he sent his son Mahendra and daughter Sangamitra to Ceylon for the promotion and the propagation of Buddhism. So, Tibhara was the son of Ashoka from the side of Karubaki. From Ashoka and Tibhara, you will find a son in the name of you will find a son in the name of Tibhara. So, from the side of Ashoka and Karubaki. So, some historians said Kunala was blind since his childhood. How can he rule over the Magadhan Empire? If in Mahabharata, Dhritarashtra ruled over the state, so why not Kunal? That was the another argument. We will not discuss that thing. That is so far the historical research is concerned. So my point is, so we do not know what happened to the Mauryan dynasty in India after the death of Ashoka, and we accept 233 BCE at the death of Ashoka. Clear? Death of Ashoka. And Brihadratha was the last king of the Mauryan dynasty. So here, if we discuss the Mauryan dynasty in India, here Chandragupta Maurya, so administration led to the economic development in India because so Chandragupta Maurya divided his administration into 5 parts. The first one, the central administration. The second one, the provincial administration. The third one, the village administration or local administration. Then judicial administration, and finally the army administration. So if we discuss about the Mauryan period, Mauryan history, so you will find that Chandragupta Maurya, Bindusar and Ashoka, they ruled over India. They ruled over the Magadhan territory from 321 BCE till 233 BCE. Then we will switch over to the another dynasty in the name of Kusana dynasty. Kusana dynasty, you know? Kusana dynasty, you know? Kusana, you know?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Can
sir.
you tell me the founder of the king of Kusana dynasty? Founder of the Kusana dynasty, or the name of the king who founded Kusana dynasty? Yes. So,
Kusan Empire.
that, uh,
Kusan Empire, sir.
nahin. So, Kusana dynasty. So, the name of the Kusana dynasty is also called as Yehuchi dynasty. Kusana or Yehuchi. YUCH hyphen CHI. Please write down. Kusana dynasty or Yehuchi dynasty. YUCH hyphen CHI. And the founder was Ujala Cadficius. Please write down. Ujala Cadficius was the founder of Kusana dynasty. Ujala Cadficius. Ujala Cadficius. Or you can say Cadficius one. Or you can say Cadficius one. Cadficius one. The second, the successor of Ujala Cadficius or Cadficius one was Bhima Cadficius. Bhima Cadficius. And an important ruler of the Kusana dynasty was Kanishka. Please remember the three names of the Kusana kings, three rulers of the Kusana dynasty. The first was Ujala Cadficius, second Bhima Cadficius, the third Kanishka. So Ujala Cadficius or Cadficius one you can write. One in Roman letter. Cadficius one. Bhima Cadficius as Cadficius two. And the third one was Kanishka. Kanishka was the third king of the Kusana dynasty. And here you will write down, please write down the sources of the Kusana history. That is very important. Sources of Kusana history, because I have already told you in my past lecture that the sources play a very important role for writing and rewriting of Indian history. Sources play a very important role. So what are the sources of information? The historian has to depend. So for a particular topic, particular ruler or particular individual is concerned. So if we discuss about the Kusanas, what are the sources? So Kusana history can be written with archaeological sources like coins and inscription. What is inscription? Can you tell me? What is coins? What is inscription? How coins helps us for writing of history, and how inscription helps us for the writing of history. What is coins?
Sir, from their coins we can understand their economical condition, their religious.
Yes,
and,
very good. The study of numismatic.
Numismatic. Yes.
Numismatic is this. The study of numismatic is coins, and the study of epigraphy is inscription.
Yes, sir.
Can you write? The study of numismatic is coin, and the study of epigraphy is inscription. So, and coins and epigraphy or inscription are included in which source? I have already told you, archaeological sources. So, can you tell me the subdivision of archaeological sources? I have already told you literary sources can be subdivided into three parts: sacred literature, secular literature, and foreign travelers' accounts. Can you tell me subdivision of archaeological sources? Priyanka?
No, sir.
Priyanka? So yes, let me say. So the archaeological sources can be subdivided into three parts. You want to write, Priyanka?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Archaeological sources can be divided into three parts.
Sir, four principal aspects.
हैं?
Four, pi-
रचना
four
कौन कौन
principal
कहला?
four principal aesthetics, sir.
कौन कौच
ସାର୍ ସେ ଚାରୋଟି ଉପାଦାନ କଥା କହୁଛି।
ନା ନା ଚାରି କଥା ନୁହେଁ ମୁଁ କହୁଛି କଥା ନୁହେଁ ମୁଁ କହିସାରିଲେ ତମେ ତब କହିବ first let me finish then we will discuss. So archaeological sources of Indian history can be divided into three parts. Number one, archaeological remains and monuments. Archaeological remains and monuments ओडिया जदि टिके कहिदेबी प्राचीन भारतर ध्वंसावशेष एवं कीर्तिराजी archaeological remains and monuments. Archaeological remains and monuments प्राचीन भारतर ध्वंसावशेष एवं कीर्तिराजी archaeological remains and monuments. Can I cite an example? Great Bath of Harappa. The Great Bath of Harappa. In Odishan context, Konark Temple. Konark Temple. Archaeological remains and monuments. So the Great Bath of Harappan culture or the Harappan civilization and the Konark Temple, the Black Pagoda, can be included in the archaeological remains and monuments. I will discuss. In course of time, I will discuss. The second is inscription. ओडिया रे जदि तमे कहबो हम कह देबी खोदित लेखा inscription, the study of epigraphy. The first is archaeological remains and monuments. The second is inscription.
ଶିଳାଲେଖ ସାର୍।
Can I cite an example? Inscription. Hathi Gumpa inscription. Hathi Gumpa inscription. Priyanka, you can write the example also. Hathi Gumpa inscription. Hathi Gumpa inscription.
In which state it is located, sir?
Yes. Near Udayagiri. So at Priyanka, at Udayagiri, near Bhubaneswar in Odisha.
Okay, sir.
Yes, in Odisha. Hathi Gumpa inscription. So in Udayagiri, we have two hills. One was Khandagiri and the second Udayagiri. In that particular area, we have two hills. One was Khandagiri. Khandagiri is male. Priyanka, Khandagiri is male. That can be named as Kumara Parvata. Parvata, you know, Parvat. Kumara Parvata, the male. And Udayagiri has been identified as Kumari Parvata, the female. Kumari Parvata. And here you will find the Hathi Gumpa inscription. And Hathi Gumpa inscription is consisting of how many lines? Rachana.
15.
Rachana. Hathi Gumpa inscription is consisting. Yes, very good, Rachana. So the 17 lines of the Hathi Gumpa inscription tells us about the career and achievements of Mahameghavana Kharavela of Chedi dynasty. The 17 lines of the Hathi Gumpa inscription tells us about the career and achievements of Mahameghavana Kharavela of Chedi dynasty. Chedi dynasty or Chethi dynasty, you can say. Inscription. So the third one is coins. Coins also tells us coins. Some rulers issued gold coins, silver coins, bronze coins, copper coins, and that tells us about the social, economic, and also the religious life of the then India. Social, economic, and the religious life of northern India. Let me cite an example. So, Gupta, during the time of the Gupta, you will find a gold coin. Samudragupta or Vikramaditya II holding a Bina. Bina, you know, Priyanka?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, so Samudragupta has been identified as a great warrior and he has been named as Indian Napoleon.
Yes,
If
sir.
I will ask you who has been named as Indian Napoleon, what will be your answer? If I will ask you a question, who has been identified as India Napoleon? What is your answer?
Samudragupta.
Yes,
Samudragupta.
Samudragupta. Yes, Samudragupta. Samudragupta has been identified as India Napoleon. He was a great warrior. He was a great. What Napoleon Bonaparte to France was Samudragupta to India. Therefore, he has been named as India Napoleon. Therefore, he has been named, identified as India Napoleon. So my point is, so if he has been identified as a great warrior, so he should hold a sword, not a bina. Then, according to the historians, why Samudragupta is holding a bina? Because Samudragupta was a great warrior and also a great musician. Musician. Therefore, he is holding a bina. Who tells us? The coin tells us. The coins tells us about the Samudragupta. So, for the writing and rewriting of Indian history, so we have to depend on some coins. So, let me cite an important example. So, have you seen a 5 rupee coin with the head of Indira Gandhi? A 5
Yes,
rupee
sir.
coin. Yes, Priyanka, yes. Yes or
I
no?
think yes. I
Yes,
can
I
imagine that
think no.
somewhere I have
Yes,
seen
yes,
it.
yes. So I'll how suppose this Indian civilization will decline, and the archaeologists came and they got this 5 rupee coin, and that has been sent to the historians. The archaeologists sent to the archaeologists and historians wrote history about this civilization. So you will find the name of Indira Gandhi, and on one side you will find Indira Gandhi. What has been written in that particular coin? 1917, 1984, Indira Gandhi, India. These are the things.
Yes, sir.
So, these are the things. So now I myself as a historian. So Indira Gandhi, I will write history in this way. Indira Gandhi was a head of the state because because her figure has been reflected in that particular coin. Therefore, I, as a historian, I am writing the history. Indira Gandhi was a head of the state. Second, he was born in the year 1917 and died in the year 1984. That has been written 1917, 1984. And in the third point, the historians or I used to commit the blunder. The historians commit the blunder. What? From 1917 to 1984, the hairstyle of the Indian people, particularly the female, was that the style of Indira Gandhi, or you can say that is boycott. Is not it? What is the style of Indira Gandhi? Hairstyle of Indira Gandhi, Priyanka?
A boycott.
Yes. So here the historians commits the blunder. From 1917 till 1984, the hairstyle of Indian woman, Indian female woman was boycott. So if we discuss about the style of hairstyle, so you will find a number of styles. So far, the present scenario is concerned. Some boycott, some mushroom cut, so on and so on. I don't know, Priyanka, you will, so etc. and etc. So my point is here the historian commits blunder. Therefore, so sometimes the history has been pressurized again to rewrite, just like the 1900, 1817, a rebellion was broke out at Khordha, so which has been named the Paika Rebellion. Paika Rebellion, you know? Paika Rebellion, you know?
Bicameral.
Hello. Paika Rebellion, you know, Priyanka?
And the word is not clear. Bicameral.
No, Paika Rebellion, you know? Paika Rebellion, 1817 at Khordha.
Okay, okay. Paika. Yes, sir.
Paika, you know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Who led the rebellion? Who was the leader?
Sir, Paika.
Rajanath.
बक्सी
Who was the
जगबंधु
leader?
Sir, Paika
Huh?
Bidraho.
Paika Bidroha. Yes, sir.
जगबंधु
Paika Bidroha.
ब्रह्मर राय
Yes. Vidroha means rebellion. Vidroha means Paika Vidroha. The leader ke the? Who was the leader? Who was the leader of the
बक्सी
Paika?
जगबंधु
Boxy
Paika
Jagabandhu.
Boxy
Boxy
Jagabandhu.
Jagabandhu Brahmara
जगबंधु भ्रमर राय
Yes. What is the full name? Bakshi Jagabandhu Vidyadhara Mahapatra Brahmaravar Rai. So now the historians are arguing on and they say that the Paika rebellion is the first war of India's independence. So therefore, now the history, the government pressurized. Yes.
Sir.
Pratyush Akwo.
सर फास्ट इंडिपेंडेंट वार पाइक विद्रोह हेइतला किंतु जणे की कहिथिले कि जो सिपाही विद्रोह हेइतला सेटा होची फास्ट इंडिपेंडेंस इंडिया
ना ଶୁଣ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ସେମାନେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି 1817 rebellion ପାଇକ ବିଦ୍ରୋହ at the first war of independence କିନ୍ତୁ ଭିଟି ସାବରକର ବିନାୟକ ଦାମୋଦର ସାବରକର କହୁଥିଲେ the revolt of 1857 the first war of India's independence. So therefore history has to be rewritten. ସେଥିପାଇଁ କହୁଛି ମୋର ପଏଣ୍ଟ ହେଲା ସେଠି କିଛି ଜିନିଷ ଇତିହାସରେ ଭୁଲ ରହିଯାଇଛି ସେ ଭୁଲଗୁଡ଼ା therefore the history has to be rewritten. That is so my point is
It was V.D. Savarkar who wrote in his book that
yes,
1850 revolt of 1857 was the first war of
V.D. Savarkar
independence.
means Vinayak Damodar Savarkar.
विनायक
Vinayak Damodar Savarkar said the revolt of 1857 was the first war of India's independence. Now, some historians said, no, before 1857, there was a revolt against the British government and the revolt was led by Bakshi Jagabandhu Vidyadhara Mahapatra Brahmaravarra or Bakshi Jagabandhu in short, so in the year 1817 at Khordha. Therefore, that rebellion, Paika rebellion, has been described as the first war of India's independence. So therefore, my point is, so sometimes the historians commit some blunder because of the laxity of sources. So sources plays a very important role for the writing and rewriting of Indian history. So my point is now we'll discuss that. Now we'll discuss. We'll write the sources of the Kusana. Kusana rulers, please write. Kusana rulers issued a variety of gold and copper coins. Please write. Kusana rulers issued a variety of gold and copper coins. Next, Sanskrit inscription in Brahmi script.
What is the name of inscription, sir?
Yes. I'll come to that. Sanskrit inscription in Brahmi script, like Mathura inscription, of Bhima Cadpasius or Cadpasius II. Sanskrit inscription means the Mathura inscription of Bhima Cardusis Priyanka. Third, Gandhara art which flourished under Kusana. Gandhara art which flourished under Kusana provides visual evidence. Visual evidence. Fourth, last. Literary sources like Raja Tarangini of Kalhana. Raja Tarangini of Kalhana. This is very important. Raja Tarangini of Kalhana. Or Kalhana wrote a book entitled Raja Tarangini. Literary sources like Raja Tarangini of Kalhana and other Chinese texts are the sources of information on Kusana history. On Kusana history. So my point is we are here for ancient and medieval Indian history. And so far the ancient and medieval period is concerned, archaeological source and the literary source plays a very important role for the writing and rewriting of Indian history. Ancient Indian history and medieval Indian history. मते किए कहतिला रचना wanted to say something na chatta na kon कहतिले chatta that can be divided
Yes,
into
sir.
the archaeological sources can be divided into 4 parts.
Yes,
Can you
sir.
tell me the four parts? Rachana?
Yes, sir.
Rachana?
Yes, sir.
Hello. You are
Hello.
telling the archaeological sources of Indian history can be divided into 4 parts. What are they? Can you tell me? The first. तमे कहतिलो ना 4 भाग रे व्यक्त करा होची बोले मु कहली 3 भाग रे and I am right.
Yes, sir.
ना
Right.
वर्तमान पचारिबो ना परे पचारिबो परे कथा बा.
Okay, sir.
Hello Rachana. Yes परे कथा बा. किछ
Sir,
असुविधा नहीं.
sir,
So
sir, I want to.
anything you want to Radha
Radhanath, sir.
you want to say
Sir,
something?
sir, when you say about sources and discuss about Samudragupta coins, and you say Samudra is the Napoleon of India or Bharat. सर मु जानिया ପାଇଁ ଚାହୁଁଛି सर ଅଧିକାଂଶ ସମୟରେ ଆମେ ମାନେ ବୈଦେଶିକର ଯୋଉ ରାଜା ବା ମହାରାଜ ମାନଙ୍କ ସହିତ ଆମେ ବା शेक्सपियरଙ୍କ ସହିତ କାଳିଦାସ କମ୍ପେୟାର କରାହଉଛି सर ଆମେ କାହିଁ କହିପାରିବାନି ଯେ सर शेक्सपियर ଯେମିତି କାଳିଦାସ ଧର ଇଂଲଣ୍ଡର ବା ନେପୋଲିୟନ ତାଙ୍କ ପରେ ଆସିଥିଲେ ସମୁଦ୍ରଗୁପ୍ତଙ୍କ ବହୁତ ପରେ କାହିଁକି ନେପୋଲିୟନଙ୍କ ସହିତ ସମୁଦ୍ରଗୁପ୍ତଙ୍କୁ କମ୍ପେୟାର କରାହଉଛି
ନା ନେପୋଲିୟନ ଟା ବହୁତ ଉପରକୁ ଉଠିଗଲା ବହୁତ କମ ଦିନ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ତ କମ୍ପେୟାର କରା ଯେମିତି କହୁଛି ସୋଫାର ସଚିନ ତେନ୍ଦୁଲକର and ଗାଭାସ୍କର ଇଜ କନସର୍ନ ସଚିନ ତେନ୍ଦୁଲକର ସୋଫାର କପିଲ ଦେବ ଇଜ କନସର୍ନ ସୋ କପିଲ ଦେବ ଏବଂ ଗାଭାସ୍କର ପୂର୍ବରୁ ଆସିଛନ୍ତି ସୋ ସଚିନ ତେନ୍ଦୁଲକର ବହୁତ କମ ବୟସରେ ବହୁତ ରେକର୍ଡ ଫଟୋ ଭାଙ୍ଗିଦେଲା ସେଥିପାଇଁ ତାକୁ କମ୍ପେୟାର କରାଯାଉଛି ଏଇଥିପାଇଁ କରାଯାଏ ସାଧାରଣତଃ ଗୋଟେ ମାନେ ତମେ ଯଦି ମୋଠୁ ବେଟର ହବ ତ କମ୍ପେୟାର କରାଯିବ ଯେ ସେ ଭଳିଆ କମ୍ପେୟାର କରାଯାଏ ସେଥିପାଇଁ କମ୍ପେୟାର so my point is Samudragupta if we say Samudragupta can be described as Indian Napoleon he should keep a sword in his hand why a veena so here the historian concludes in this way so in the same time Samudragupta was a great warrior and also a great musician So that is so far the writing of history is concerned. So historians should loyal to the fact. Historians should loyal to the facts. That is very important for the writing and rewriting of history. So for the writing and rewriting of history, historians should or always remain loyal to the facts. What is the facts in front of him? That is so far the history is concerned. Then we will discuss another dynasty in the name of Satavahana dynasty. Satavahana
Sir,
dynasty. Yes,
सर
yes,
सर
yes.
लाइक नेपोलियन जो था वो बेसिकली फ्रांस में 1804 के आसपास रूल किया था उसने, ठीक है?
Yes, ask us.
एंड
Yes, yes.
एंड सर समुद्रगुप्ता इतना पुराना एम्परर था, सो नेपोलियन को ये टाइटल देना चाहिए था कि ही इज द
So
समुद्रगुप्ता
exactly I am
ऑफ
saying, Priyanka,
फ्रांस.
that is I am saying. So you know something about cricket? Cricket,
Yes,
you
sir.
know cricket game?
Yes, sir.
So far cricket is concerned, Gavaskar was first, then came Kapil Dev, and finally came Tendulkar. This is so far the chronological order.
Yes, sir.
First कौन आया थे? Gavaskar.
Yes,
Then
sir.
came Kapil Dev. Then
Kapil
Tendulkar.
and Sachin. Yes, sir.
Sachin Tendulkar. Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar. In your words, yes, that is correct also. So
An Indian
so
national cricket team.
in a few years, he broke all the records of Gavaskar, Kapil Dev, Bradman, so and so forth. Therefore, he has been assumed the title of Master Blaster Tendulkar.
Hmm.
Master Blaster Tendulkar. So you are saying Napoleon was so in the year 1804. The last was 1804, from 1799 till 1804. That was the highest time, the peak so far the Napoleon Bonaparte is concerned. So, but Samudragupta belonged to the 5th century CE, 5th century CE in India, in Indian context. So, what Napoleon Bonaparte to France was Samudragupta to India in a few years. So therefore, a historian in the name of C.D.M. Kettleby, he wrote in this way. So, all the works of Napoleon dazzled France and puzzled Europe. You know, Priyanka, all the works of Napoleon dazzled France and puzzled Europe. D-A-Z-Z-L-E-D, dazzled France and puzzled Europe. So, therefore, Napoleon Bonaparte has been compared with Samudragupta, and he has been named. And if we discuss about the time of Samudragupta, so in the 5th century CE, Gupta period. So therefore, he has been compared with the Samudragupta. Clear? Priyanka, clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So then we'll discuss another dynasty in the name of Satavahana dynasty. So if we discuss, can you tell me any ruler or king of Satavahana dynasty? The name of a king of the Satavahana dynasty. Then we'll discuss about the founder. Can you tell me anybody?
डीजे
गौतम
पुत्र चंद्र
सर पूर्ण थे टिके पचारिए सर पूर्ण थे
फाउंडर होचन तो सिमु को
बहुत बढ़िया, very good, very good. So if we discuss about the Satavahana dynasty, Simuka was the founder of the Satavahana dynasty. Please write down. Simuka, S-I-M-U-K. Very good. Simuka was the founder of the Satavahana dynasty. Simuka was the founder of the Satavahana dynasty. The second ruler, Satakarni first or one in Roman letter. Satakarni one. Then Gautami Putra Satakarni. Yes. Gautami Putra Satakarni. Gautami Putra Satakarni. Simuka, the founder. So please remember, Simuka is the founder of the Satavahana dynasty. Then he was succeeded by Satakarni I. Then Satakarni I was succeeded by Gautami Putra Satakarni. So for the sources of information, of Satavahana dynasty is concerned, here Puranas, inscription, coins, and Buddhist and Jaina text. Purana, inscriptions, coins, Buddhist and Jaina texts are the important sources of information so far Satavahana history is concerned. Are the important sources of information so far Satavahana history is concerned. How many Puranas are there so far Hindu mythology is concerned? Can you tell me?
Andhra Purana, sir. Andhra Purana.
No, sir. 18
No, my
Purana.
point is how many Puranas are there so far Hindu mythology is concerned?
18.
18.
Yes, Radhanath, 18. There are as many as 18 Puranas so far Hindu mythology is concerned. And 5 are important. And next 13 are less important. If we'll discuss an important Purana,
Garuda
Vishnu
Purana,
Purana,
Vishnu
Vishnu
Purana,
Purana,
Srimad
important.
Bhagavad Gita,
Purana.
sir.
Skanda, less important. Lakshmi Purana, less important. So on and so forth. We will not discuss. 18 Purana. Please remember, there are as many as 18 Puranas so far Hindu mythology is concerned. So, Matsya Purana tells us about, please write down. Matsya Purana tells us about social, political, economic, and the religious history of Satavahana Empire. And the religious history of Satavahana Empire.
Sir?
Satavahana Empire. Yes.
Sir, Matsya
Rachana.
Purana is connected to Vishnu Purana.
No. Vishnu Purana is important Purana. Matsya is also an important Purana. Matsya, Vishnu, 18 Puranas are all separate Purana. Vishnu is a separate Purana. Matsya is a separate Purana.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Matsya Purana tells us about the political, social, economic, and the religious history of Satavahana Empire. Then, please write down Nanghat inscriptions. Nanghat, N-N-G-H-A-T, Nanghat inscriptions. Tells us about
Sir, Nanghat inscription is Shiv temple.
Nanghat inscription tells us about the socio-political. Nanghat inscription tells us about the socio-political and economic history. Please write, then we will discuss. Last 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes we will discuss. Then Nasik inscription tells us about Gautami Putra Satakarni. Gautami Putra Satakarni of Satavahana dynasty. Amaravati inscription. Amaravati inscription. Next. Amaravati inscriptions tells us about the socio-economic history of Satavahanas. So, socio-economic history of Satavahanas. Last. Socio-economic history of Satavahanas. Roman coins discovered in Krishna Valley. Krishna is a river. Krishna Valley tells us trade between Satavahana and Western world. So Roman coin discovered in the Krishna Valley, or you can write Krishna River Valley. You can write Krishna is sufficient. Krishna Valley tells us trade between Satavahana and the Western world. So far the king of the Satavahana dynasty, Simuka Satakarni I, Gautamiputra Satakarni, and so far the sources of information of Satavahana dynasty is concerned, both archaeological and literary. Puranas, inscription, coins, Buddhist text and Jaina text also tells us about the Satavahana dynasty. So the last is the Gupta dynasty. And if we discuss about the Gupta dynasty in India, at about 5th century CE, the last is Gupta dynasty, at about 5th century CE. So we have come across a powerful dynasty in the name of Gupta dynasty. And in the field of politics and in the field of culture, Gupta period reached its pinnacle of glory. Therefore, Gupta period has been described as the golden age in Indian history. And if we discuss about the Gupta rulers in India, the founder was Sri Gupta. Please write. Sri Gupta was the founder of the Gupta dynasty. Sri Gupta. Sri Gupta was the founder of the Gupta dynasty in India. And he has been named as Adi Raja in a Sanskrit term, Adi Raja, A-D-I Adi, R-A-J, Adi Raja of Gupta dynasty. Adi Raja means the first king. Adi Raja means first king. So the Adi Raja means the first king, Adi Raja. Sometimes you will find questions so far as the civil service or railways or SSC is concerned. So who has been described as the Adi Raja of Gupta dynasty? So Sri Gupta has been described as the Adi Raja of Gupta dynasty, Adi Raja, first king. Then he was succeeded by Ghatatkacha Gupta. Then Ghatatkacha Gupta. Then Chandragupta first.
सर घटक श्री गुप्तर
Sri Gupta son and successor. Rachana, the son and successor of Sri Gupta. So we'll find
सर गोटे डाउट ଘଟୋତ୍କଚ ଏଇଟା ଶ୍ରୀ ଗୁପ୍ତ ଡାଇନେଷ୍ଟି ରେ ଘଟୋତ୍କଚ ଅଛି ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଯୋଉ ମହାଭାରତରେ ଯୋଉ ସେ କଣ ଭୀମର ପୁତ୍ର
ସେଟା ଗୋଟେ ଅଲଗା ସେଟା ଗୋଟେ ଅଲଗା ସେଟା ଅଲଗା ୟେସ୍ ଭେରି ଗୁଡ୍ ସେଟା ଗୋଟେ କନଫ୍ୟୁଜନ ହୁଅନ୍ତି ପୁରା ସେଇଠି ଗୋଟେ
ହଁ
ଘଟୋତ୍କଚ ଗୁପ୍ତ ଏଠି ଅଛି
That is
କନଫ୍ୟୁଜନ
mythology. That is
ରଚନା
mythology.
ହଁ ନାଇଁ
ଓକେ
ରଚନା
ସାର୍
ରଚନା ୟୁ ଆର୍ କରେକ୍ଟ ସେଟା
ମୁଁ
କନଫ୍ୟୁଜନ
କନଫ୍ୟୁଜ ହେଇଗଲି ତ ସାର୍ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ପଚାରିଲି।
ବିନ୍ଦୁସାର ବି ସେମିତି ଦିଟା ଅଛନ୍ତି
ଆଚ୍ଛା ହଁ ସାର୍
ନାଇଁ
ଚନ୍ଦ୍ରଗୁପ୍ତଙ୍କ ମଧ୍ୟ ସମୟରେ
ହଁ
ବିନ୍ଦୁସାର।
ହଁ 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 ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ହରଣ୍ୟକ ଡାଇନେଷ୍ଟି ଅଛି ସେଟା ଭେରି ଗୁଡ୍ ରଚନା ୟେସ୍
ଓକେ ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ୟୁ
So,
ସାର୍।
Gupta. Then Chandragupta first. Then Chandragupta first. Then Samudragupta. Then Samudragupta. Then Samudragupta. Then Chandragupta second or Vikramaditya. Then Chandragupta second or Vikramaditya. The same man. Chandragupta second or Vikramaditya. Then Skandagupta.
ସାର୍ କୁମାରଗୁପ୍ତ
Then huh?
କୁମାରଗୁପ୍ତ ସେକେଣ୍ଡ
Then
ଚନ୍ଦ୍ରଗୁପ୍ତଙ୍କ ପୁତ୍ର
then
ପରେ
Kumaragupta first. Then
ଲାଷ୍ଟ
Kumaragupta first.
ଇଜ ସ୍କନ୍ଦଗୁପ୍ତ।
नहीं तुम कुमार स्कंदगुप्त देन को कौन कहला कन्फ्यूजन रचना हाँ कुमारगुप्त फर्स्ट
ହଁ
यस यू आर राइट कुमारगुप्त फर्स्ट देन
କୁମାରଗୁପ୍ତଙ୍କ
स्कंदगुप्त
ପୁତ୍ର
हाँ
ସ୍କନ୍ଦଗୁପ୍ତ।
हाँ 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 यस यू आर राइट कुमारगुप्त फर्स्ट देन स्कंदगुप्त
ୟେସ୍
कुमारगुप्त
ସାର୍
फर्स्ट देन स्कंदगुप्त कुमारगुप्त फर्स्ट देन स्कंदगुप्त yes but three important kings were Chandragupta first, Chandragupta and Chandragupta second. ଆମେ ଏଇ ତିନି ଜଣ କଥା ବେଶୀ ପଢିବା ଆମେ ଏଇ ତିନି ଜଣ କଥା ପଢିବା କଣ ଚନ୍ଦ୍ରଗୁପ୍ତ ଫାଷ୍ଟ ସମୁଦ୍ରଗୁପ୍ତ ଚନ୍ଦ୍ରଗୁପ୍ତ ସେକେଣ୍ଡ ଆଉ ବିକ୍ରମାଦିତ୍ୟ ଏ ତିନି ଜଣ କଥା ପଢିବା ସେ ପଢିବା ପୂର୍ବରୁ ମୁଁ ଖାଲି ସୋର୍ସେସ୍ ଅଫ୍ ଇନଫର୍ମେସନ କହିଦିଏ ସୋର୍ସେସ୍ କହିଦିଏ पुराण tells us लिख दियो नले पुराण लिख दो पुराण tells us about the Gupta dynasty in India archaeological remains and monuments like Allahabad Prasasti tells us about the Gupta history Allahabad Prasasti tells us about the Gupta history. Then Gupta kings, particularly Chandragupta first, Samudragupta and Chandragupta second issued some gold, silver and copper coins.
ଚନ୍ଦ୍ରଗୁପ୍ତ ସେକେଣ୍ଡ ପରେ କଣ କହିଲେ ସାର୍ ମୁଁ ଲାଇନ୍ ଟା ମିସ୍ କରିଗଲି
ଚନ୍ଦ୍ରଗୁପ୍ତ ସେକେଣ୍ଡ और ବିକ୍ରମାଦିତ୍ୟ ଚନ୍ଦ୍ରଗୁପ୍ତ ସେକେଣ୍ଡ ଯିଏ ସବୁ ମୁଁ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଚନ୍ଦ୍ରଗୁପ୍ତ ସେକେଣ୍ଡ କହୁଛି ତାର ଅନ୍ୟ ନାଁଟା ବି କହୁଛି କାହିଁକିନା ଗୋଟେ ତମେ ସିରିଏଲ ଦେଖୁଥିବ ବେତାଳ ବୋଲି ଦେଖୁଥିବ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ମୁଁ ତମକୁ କହୁଛି ସେତେବେଳେ ସେ ତା ନାଁଟା ହେଲା gold, silver and copper coins which tells us about the about the political, cultural, and economic history of Gupta Empire. ठीक है ये जगह तुमके कही दूची हेलो प्रियंका पढ़ेलानी बोधे नहीं प्रियंका नहीं बोधे
I am
प्रियंका
here. Yes, sir.
Priyanka is here. Yes. You are here.
Sir, you are what? Sir, you are waiting to go out of the class.
Huh?
Are you waiting me
No.
to go out of the
No.
class?
You are not seeing the screen. Therefore, I'm saying. You are not in the screen. Therefore, I'm saying.
Actually, a
No.
network issue. There are some network issue.
Network problem. You have some network problem.
Yes, sir.
No. Okay. So the Chandragupta first, Samudragupta, and Chandragupta second or Vikramanta issued some gold, silver, and copper coins. If a king issued gold coins, we can assume the economic condition of that particular empire was prosperous. Is not it? If a king issued gold coins, then it shows the economic prosperity of that particular empire, or the economic prosperity of that particular empire gives the testimony that the king is able to issue gold coins. That is important. Then so Chandragupta first, Chandragupta second or Vikramaditya, they issued gold coin, copper coin, gold coin, silver coin, and copper coins. So then, so far the literary sources is concerned, Kalidasa wrote Meghaduttam, Kumara Sambhavam, Rutu Sangaram, and Abhigyana Sakuntala.
Sir, what was the second one? First one was Kalidas Meghdut, and second one?
Meghaduttam, Meghdut nahi. Priyanka, not Meghdut. This is not the Sanskrit is not a Meghdut. So,
Okay, Meghdut.
yeah. Meghaduttam,
Okay.
Rutu Sangaram, Abhigyana Sakuntalam.
Sir, who was the author? Second one?
Kalidasa.
Ritu.
Yes.
Okay.
Same Kalidasa wrote 4 important books. Meghaduttam, Rutu Sangaram, Abhigyana Sakuntalam, another. So, Meghaduttam, Kumara Sambhavam, another Kumara Sambhavam. Kalidasa wrote 4 important books. Meghaduttam, Priyanka.
Yes, sir. Done.
Kalidasa wrote 4 important books. He belonged to the Gupta age. Meghaduttam, Kumara Sambhavam, Abhigyana Sakuntalam, Rutu Sangaram. 4 important books. Then,
Sir, Malbika Mitram.
Budheswar कौन कहूଛ?
Sir, Malbika Mitram.
सर से माଳ ବିକାଗିନୀ ମିତ୍ରଙ୍କ କଥା ପଚାରୁ
ହଁ ମାଳ ବିକାଗିନୀ ମିତ୍ର ଅଛି ମୁଁ ଯାଉଛି ଆସ୍ତେ ଆସ୍ତେ ଯାଉଛି ମୁଁ ସବୁଗୁଡା କହିପାରିନି କିଛି କହୁଛି ସେକେଣ୍ଡ ମୁଁ ସବୁଗୁଡା କହୁନି କିଛି ଇମ୍ପୋର୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ କହୁଛି ସେଥିପାଇଁ କହୁଛି ସେକେଣ୍ଡ ଆର୍ଯ୍ୟଭଟ୍ଟ wrote ବୀଜ ଗଣିତ ସୂର୍ଯ୍ୟ ସିଦ୍ଧାନ୍ତ Aryabhatta wrote Bija Ganita Surya Siddhanta. Amar Singh wrote Amar Kosa. Amar Kos. Amar Singh wrote Amar Kosa. Are the important books of Gupta period important books of Gupta period which can be included in the secular literature. Kalidasa is also one of the 9 gems of the Gupta dynasty. Do you know?
Yes, sir.
Priyanka,
Yes, sir.
can you tell me the 9 gems of Gupta dynasty? 9 gems or Navaratna of Gupta dynasty.
Sir,
Sir, I can say.
Dhanvantri, Kalidas,
नहीं कालिदास
Sir,
बरा मेरा घटकर्पूर क्षेपणक बेताल भट्ट बररुचि अमर सिंह एंड शंकु
sir,
Yes, sir.
खमण भूलिगले.
कालिदास हाँ
हरिसेना
हाँ
हरिसेना
क्षेपणक
हरिसेना सर हरिसेना
हाँ
हरिसेना
Harisena, Kalidas,
so
Sanku,
9 gems शंकु अमर सिंह एंड शंकु last is शंकु 9 gems.
कहाँ पन्ना
So my point is, so Kalidasa has been described the Shakespeare of India, and Amar Singh's book, Amar Kos, has been identified as the first dictionary of India. Dictionary. Priyanka, you know
please
dictionary?
repeat, sir.
Do you know what is dictionary?
Yes, sir.
What is the another word or term in English of dictionary? Can you tell me?
What do you want to ask,
Another
sir?
word.
Another word.
Another word or another term you can say.
Shabdakosh in Hindi.
No, I'm talking of the English word.
Acha.
I'm talking of the English. Anybody? Please write down. Lexicon. Lexicon.
Yes, sir.
Lexicon. Lexicon is another term of dictionary. So Amar Singh's book, Amar Kos, has been described as the first dictionary of India.
sir,
And
एटा ancient India कोई परिबा ना खाली India. Sir,
नहीं
अमर
इंडिया
कोश
कथा में कहूँ आम इंडियन हिस्ट्री पढ़ु इंडिया कथा पढ़ु वर्ल्ड कथा आम कहि परिबनी आम इंडिया कथा
नो सर
भारत प्रथम
मु पचारली एटा ancient India रो first dictionary कहबा ना खाली कहबे जे India रो first
ना
dictionary.
पूरा इंडिया भारत एंशिएंट इंडिया नहीं पूरा भारत एंशिएंट मेडिएवल मॉडर्न कंटेम्पररी प्रथम डिक्शनरी सेटा फर्स्ट डिक्शनरी सो the last and the final source of information so far the Gupta dynasty is concerned is foreign travelers account. Who are the foreigner time of the Gupta period? Priyanka.
Yes, sir.
Sir, Phayan.
Yes, Phayan came to India during time of the Gupta period. Who are the king? When Phayan came to India?
समुद्रगुप्त लेखिथिले फुकियो
No.
द्वितीय चंद्रगुप्त
क्वेंसा
I am talking of the name of the king.
हर्षवर्धन
Chandragupta
प्रथम
too.
When sir
Yes,
विक्रमादित्य
yes.
ये द्वितीय चंद्रगुप्त
Chandragupta II,
sir द्वितीय
Chandragupta
चंद्रगुप्त
II or Vikramaditya. Priyanka will say
द्वितीय
in this
चंद्रगुप्त
way Chandragupta II, not two. Right? So
yes
from
sir
today onwards, onwards, we'll say Chandragupta II, not two.
okay sir
Nine.
okay
From
sir
today onwards, we'll say so Chandragupta II, not Chandragupta II. So Chandragupta II was the Chandragupta II or Vikramaditya was the king of India. So when Phayan came to India, and if we critically and minutely analyze Phayan's account, the first sentence is the people are numerous and happy. That is the first sentence of Phayan's account. The people are numerous and happy. So why people are numerous and happy? In each and every sphere, you will find prosperity. You will find development during the time of the Gupta age. So therefore, that age has been described with the Gupta age as the golden age in Indian history. So, so, the account of Phayan tells us about the social, economic, political, religious, and cultural history of the Gupta dynasty. Social, all these aspects: social, economic, political, religious, and cultural history of the Gupta dynasty. So why Gupta age has been described with the golden age? Because the because of the political activities, and if we discuss about the political activities, so the territory of the Gupta Empire has been extended from river Ganges till river Godavari. From river Ganges till river Godavari, the boundary of the Gupta Empire has been extended from river Ganges till Godavari. And one Gupta ruler in the name of Samudragupta.
some from which
Priyanka,
river to which river
Priyanka,
from
please
which
repeat.
river to which river
Yeah, from river Ganges till Godavari. From river Ganges means Ganga. You know.
oh yes sir yes sir
You belong to which state, Priyanka? Bihar.
no sir
No. Or
Delhi Delhi
Delhi.
yes sir
Yes, Delhi. So from river Ganges till river Godavari. So so the boundary of the Gupta Empire extended from river Ganges till river Godavari. And second is, so Samudragupta, a king of Gupta Empire, has been assumed the title of Indian Napoleon. So therefore, that was the political achievement. And in the cultural field also, there was a great development. Because during the time of the Gupta Empire, how many religions are there during the time, up to the time of Guptas? Can you tell me? How many religions are there or existed in the Gupta Empire or up to the Gupta Empire? Rachana.
14th to 16th century. 14th century,
No,
15th
I am talking
century.
about how many religions?
Sir,
How
three
many
religions.
religions are there
गुप्त
up to the Gupta Empire?
Three religions, sir.
One is
Sir,
Hinduism. Second is
Buddhism.
very good. One is Hinduism.
बुद्धिज्म
Second is
हिंदुइज्म
Jainism,
जैनिज्म
and fourth is third is
Third is
Buddhism.
Buddhism.
Yes. Three religions are there of the time of the Gupta Empire. But with the coming of the Gupta, you will find. So in the Hinduism, we'll find 320 of Hinduism emerged, came during the time of the Gupta Empire. The 320 of Hinduism emerged, came during the time of the Gupta
सर
Empire.
ब्राह्मणिज्म
Can you tell me?
सर
Huh?
जैनिज्म
Yes,
बुद्धिज्म और
I'm talking
ब्राह्मणिज्म भी ଥିଲା
Brahmanism asi nahi, bartaman asibo. Three trinity of Hinduism means Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, the preserver, and Shiva, the destroyer. This is the Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara. They emerged during the time of the Gupta Empire in India. Three trinity of Hinduism: Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, the preserver, and Shiva, the destroyer. You will find the coming of the three trinity of Hinduism. So, from Brahma emerged Brahmanism, from Vishnu emerged Vaishnavism, and from Shiva, Maheshwara, came the Shaivism. So you will find during the time of the Gupta Empire, why Gupta Age has been described as the golden age? Because of this. Because of this. So all these religions so existed. So during the time of the Gupta Empire, with Hinduism, with the Jainism, with the Buddhism, or more appropriately with coming of the Brahma, came the Brahminical Hinduism. Brahminical Hinduism. So during the time of the Gupta Empire, there was a tremendous development in the field of art and architecture. Art and architecture. You will find. So they were expertise in fine arts. Dasavatar temple of Devagad in the district of Jhansi bears the testimony. Dasavatar temples of Devagad in the district of Jhansi bears the testimony. And also Bodh Gaya. So the work on fine arts, because of the growth of art and architecture, due to the growth of art and architecture, you will find. So that age has been described at the golden age in Indian history. And there was a tremendous development in the Sanskrit literature in India. Sanskrit literature, in which period there was a tremendous growth of Sanskrit literature in India. Priyanka, in which period we witness there is a tremendous growth or development in the Sanskrit literature in India.
Gupta period.
Yes, Gupta period. Why? Because Kalidasa wrote Meghaduttam, Kumar, all in Sanskrit. All these books in Sanskrit. Kalidasa's Meghaduttam, Kumarasambhavam, Abhigyana Sakuntala, Lutu Sangaram in Sanskrit. Then Aryabhatta's Vijayaganita and Surya Siddhanta in Sanskrit. Amar Singh's Amar Kos in Sanskrit. So there is a tremendous growth of Sanskrit literature in India during the time of the Gupta age. So therefore, that age has been described as the golden age so far the Indian history is concerned. And in the field of mathematics, science, and technology also, you will find there is a tremendous growth. Mathematics. In the field of mathematics, I have already told you in my first lecture or in the first day that Aryabhatta has been described as the first mathematician of India. Who has been described as the first mathematician of India? Aryabhatta. And he wrote Bijaganita. And in that particular book, he propounded two important theories. The first one was the use of zero before and after a number. Priyanka, that was propounded by Aryabhatta.
Yes, sir.
In his book Bijaganita. And the second is a ratio. Ratio, ratio in mathematics.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ratio in mathematics. Two dots. One upper
Yes, sir.
and the second is in the bottom. So that was propounded by Aryabhatta in his book Bijaganita. And so far the growth of science and technology is concerned. Can you tell me who has been described as the first scientist of India? Who was the first scientist of India?
Aryabhatta.
Yes. Second was Priyanka. Who
No
was the
idea,
second
sir.
scientist?
Sir,
Who
it
was
may be
the
wrong, but
Sadhana?
Varaha Mihir.
Yes, yes, very good. Shobit. Varahamira was the second scientist. Aryabhatta first, Varahamira second. And Aryabhatta in his book Surya Siddhanta described what are the causes which led to day and night. Dino Rati kemte hote. What are the causes? In the 5th century CE, you see, in the 5th century CE, Aryabhatta in his book Surya Siddhanta described what are the causes which led to day and night. And secondly, what are the causes which led to solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse? Solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse. What is solar eclipse? You know. What are the causes which led to solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse?
ସେଟା ଚନ୍ଦ୍ର ଗ୍ରହଣ ସୂର୍ଯ୍ୟ ପରାଗ।
ନାଇଁ ଓଲଟେଇ ଦେଲ ବୋଧେ ମୌସୁମୀ ଓଲଟେଇ ଦେଲ ସୂର୍ଯ୍ୟ ପରାଗ ଚନ୍ଦ୍ର ଗ୍ରହଣ।
ହଁ ମୁଁ ସାର୍ କହିଲି ଚନ୍ଦ୍ର ଗ୍ରହଣ ସୂର୍ଯ୍ୟ ପରାଗ।
ହଁ ଠିକ ଅଛି ତାହେଲେ ଠିକ ଅଛି। So what are the causes which led to the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse? That was propounded by Aryabhatta, the first scientist of India, in his book Surya Siddhanta. Ananda. Aryabhatta was the first astronomer in India. Priyanka was the first astronomer in India.
Aryabhatta.
Aryabhatta. So therefore, Government of India in the year 1977 sent the first satellite to the space in the name of
Aryabhatta.
Aryabhatta. So in honoring Aryabhatta, the Government of India in the year 1977 sent the first satellite to the space in the name of Aryabhatta. So in honoring the first astronomer, so he sent the Government of India sent the first satellite in the name of Aryabhatta. So in the field of painting also, you will find there is a tremendous growth. You will find another things I have left. So the Gupta scientists invented a kind of iron which is free from rust. Priyanka,
Yes,
you
sir.
belong to Delhi?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Have you seen iron pillar?
Yes, sir.
So that was the contribution of the Guptas.
Yes, sir.
That was at Mehruli in
Yes,
front
sir.
of Kutamina.
Yes, sir.
That was at Mehruli in the front of Kutamina. So that was the iron pillar of Delhi. That was the contribution of Guptas. They invented a kind of iron which is free from rust. Free from rust, RUST rust. That bears the testimony so far the growth of science and technology of the Gupta dynasty is concerned. And finally, so far the painting is concerned. So in the caves of the hills of Ajanta and Ellora, you know Ajanta and Ellora? You know Ajanta and Ellora?
Yes, sir, situated in the
Yes.
state of Maharashtra.
Yes, very good. Yes, very good. Sobit, yes, very good. The Maharashtra, Ajanta and Ellora. So the Gupta artists, they were great so far as the painting is concerned. So in the caves of Ajanta and Ellora, we have witnessed three important paintings. One was Buddha from Jataka stories. The second, the mother and child. And the third painting was the dying princess. These are the three important paintings for which Gupta age has been described as the golden age in the history of India. The
What
first
were
was
the three
Gupta.
paintings?
The first was the on the walls of Ajanta and Ellora. If you have time to visit the Ajanta and Ellora caves, you will find today it also exists. So three paintings. One is the first was Buddha from Jataka storage. That was in the walls of Ajanta and Ellora. You will find Buddha from Jataka storage. The second painting was Mother and the Child. And the third one was the Dying Princess. So in that painting, so the Gupta painters, so they reflected all these things, the important things. So in that painting, therefore, in the field of painting also, Gupta age has been described as the golden age in Indian history. But there are some historians, particularly Marxist historians, like Professor D.N. Jha, number one, Romila Thapur, and R.S. Sharma, Ram Saran Sharma. They said it is very improper to describe Gupta age as the golden age in Indian history. So I have already told you. So we have some groups, some school of thought so far history is concerned. The first, imperialist school of thought. The second, the nationalist group of school or the group of thinker you can say. The third, the Marxist. The fourth, subaltern, and the fifth, postmodernist. The Marxist historians like Ram Saran Sharma in his book Life in Gupta Age and Romila Thapar in her book, Romila Thapar, a great historian, in her book Ancient India, and D.N. Jha, Professor D.N. Jha in his book Myth of the Golden Age that described it is very improper to describe Gupta age as the golden age in Indian history. And they argued in this way. The first was in each and every society, there were two classes of people, upper class of people and the lower classes of people. Who were the upper classes of the people? The group of people who lived in comfort and luxury, they were the upper classes of the people. And the group of people who were not able to get the basic necessary of life, that is food, clothing and shelter, they are the lower classes of the people. So in Gupta also, there were the lower classes of people, there were the laborers, there were the artisans, so there were the daily laborers, daily wagers. So therefore, for them it is very improper to describe them the golden age for them. So therefore, it is very improper to describe Gupta age as the golden age in Indian history. Secondly, they argued about the caste system. About the caste system in India. Caste system in India emerged in which period? Priyanka? Caste system in which period caste system emerged in India?
Gupta period.
No, sir.
No.
Sir, in
Later
like
Vedic period.
Later Vedic age.
Later Vedic period.
Yes. Priyanka, please rectify. During the time of the
Vedic
later
period.
Gupta, yes, later Vedic age. I have already told you, Priyanka, with the
Yes, sir.
composition of Yajurveda, Samaveda, and Atharvaveda, the only Indian society became more and more complex. Please remember this.
Yes.
With the coming of the later Vedas like Yajurveda, Samaveda, and Atharvaveda, the Indian society became more and more complex. Priyanka, understand?
Yes,
sir
sir.
ऋग्वेद कुआडे जीवो?
Rig Veda, the society was very simple during the time of the Rig Veda.
सर
Rachana,
ବର୍ଣ୍ଣ କଥା କହୁଛନ୍ତି।
ବର୍ଣ୍ଣ କଣ କହୁଛି ରଚନା?
Sir, ଆପଣ sir Veda is the 4 types.
ହଁ.
ऋग्वेद, यजुर्वेद, अथर्ववेद, सामवेद.
So my point is, Rig Veda is early Veda.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Jadur Veda, Sama Veda, and Athar Veda is later Vedas.
Yes, sir. That's my
Yes.
confuse. Thank you, sir.
Yes. So during the time of the later Vedic age, or with the composition of Jodurveda, Samaveda, and Atharvaveda, the Indian society became more and more complex. So during the composition of Jodurveda, Samaveda, and Atharvaveda came caste system, came superstition, came blind belief, came evil practices of the society, came animal sacrifice, etc. and etc. Came idol worship, etc. and etc. So during the time of, please remember, during the time of the later Vedic age, the Indian society became more and more complex. Came superstition, kusanskara, came blind belief, andha vishwas, came evil practices of the society, samajra kupratha, came caste system, jati pratha, came animal sacrifice, pasu bali, came idol worship, murti puja. So the Indian society became more and more complex during the time of the later Vedic age. So Varna system or caste system emerged into Indian society during the time of the later Vedic age. So according to Paya, who came to India during the time of Chandragupta II or Vikramaditya, he said, he analyzed, he wrote in his what is the title of the book of the Payan? Can you say? Anybody?
Okay.
What was the
Indica.
title of the book of the Payan's accounts?
Okay.
Susmita, Scott Bojo,
Indica.
Priyanka. What
Yes, sir.
was the title of the book of Payan's accounts? Fukuoki. Yes,
Payan,
Payan.
sir.
Fukuoki. PHO hyphen KUO hyphen KI. Priyanka, please write down. The title of the account of Payan was Fukuoki. The title of the account of Payan was Fukuoki. PHO hyphen KUO hyphen KI. Fukuoki. Hala.
Yes, sir.
So yes. So in that Fukuoki, Payan laid stress on the caste system, and Payan said in his book Fukuoki, in his account Fukuoki, that caste rigidity was in its maximum form. Priyanka, caste rigidity was in its maximum form during the time of the Gupta age. If we describe the history of the caste system in India. So if we describe the history of the caste system in India, the caste rigidity was in its maximum form during the time of the Gupta period. And here you will find Chandalas, they were untouchables. Chandalas were considered as untouchables during the time of the Gupta age. So my point is, so if we'll analyze the account of, if we'll analyze the argument of Professor Jha, Professor Sharma, and Professor Thapar, so it is very improper to describe Gupta as for the lower caste of the people, lower caste, for the people who belong to the lower caste, like Vaishyas, Sudras, untouchables. So they said it is very improper to describe Gupta age as the golden age if we discuss if we analyze the account of fire and all that. The third is what was the status of women or the position of women during the time of the Gupta age? What was the status of women or position of women during the time of the Gupta age? Again, let me discuss what was the status of women during the time of the Gupta age. Rachna, what was the status of women during the time of the Vedic age, Greek Vedic age? Yes, listen. During the time of the Greek Vedic age, the women were allowed to participate in each and every religious feast and festivals of the state. During the time of the Greek Vedic age, the women were allowed to participate in each and every religious feast and festivals of the state. But with the coming of the later Vedas, or with the composition of Yajurveda, Samaveda, and Atharvaveda, the participation of women in the religious feasts and festivals of the state became restricted. Because in the time of the Greek Vedic age, we have four important women: Apala, Ghosa, Vishwabhara, and Lopamudra. But during the time of the later
Gargi.
Vedic age, yes, Priyanka?
Gargi.
No, Garbi belong to later Vedic age. Priyanka is later Vedic age.
Okay, sir.
So Gargi and Maitreyi belong to the later Vedic age. Gargi and Maitreyi. Priyanka, please remember Apala, Ghosa, Vishwabhara, and Lopamudra. Rig Vedic age belong to the Rig Vedic age. Gargi, Maitreyi belong to the later Vedic age. So if we analyze the account of Phayan, so he said the position or the status of women. The women were treated as the perpetual tutelage of man. That was the sentence of Phayan. The women were treated as the perpetual tutelage of man. They have no education, no political right, nothing of that sort. So therefore, if we describe, in case of women, it is very improper to describe the Gupta age as the golden age in Indian history. And they said, Professor Sharma, Professor Thapar, Professor Jha said, if we consider the case of art and architecture, we can describe Gupta age as the golden age in Indian history. In case of art and architecture, we can describe Gupta age as the golden age in Indian history. And they said, to describe Gupta age as golden age is a romantic lamentation. Do you know what is romantic lamentation, Priyanka?
Yes, sir.
Romantic lamentation. ସେମାନେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଗୁପ୍ତ ଏଜ୍ କୁ ଗୋଟେ ସୁବର୍ଣ୍ଣ ଯୁଗ କହିବା ରୋମାଞ୍ଚକର କାହାଣୀ, romantic lamentation.
Because so many books were written during this period.
Yes,
I think.
they said that to describe Gupta age as the golden age in Indian history is a romantic lamentation. So each and every age is golden for that period. So it is very improper to describe Gupta age as the golden age in Indian history. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Anything you ask, or you can ask me in the next class, or in the Friday. Tomorrow is a holiday, I think, in the schedule. Huh? Radhanath?
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow, no class. there is no class. There will be no class tomorrow. So day after tomorrow we have the class, na? 11th. So in the 11th we will discuss. We can discuss on 11th.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
ସାର୍ ଆଫ୍ଟରନୁନ୍ ସାର୍
Hmm.
11ଟା କାଲିକି 11ଟା ବେଳେ କ୍ଲାସ୍ ହେବ କି ସାର୍?
11ଟା है नहीं तो
ସାର୍ ସେ ବୁଝି ପାରିଲାନି ସାର୍ 11 ତାରିଖରେ
ମୁଁ
କ୍ଲାସ୍ ହବ।
ବୁଝିପାରିଲିନି ସାର୍ ଶୁଣିପାରିଲିନି
ତାରିଖ
oh
ଠିକ୍ ସେ।
11th
Sir, got a
11th
question. Sir, got a question. Sir, got a question. Sir,
the next class is on 11th
Sir,
at 5 p.m. Bye. Chalo.
okay, sir.
Thank you,
So
sir.
we'll meet on 11th at 5
Thank you,
p.m.
sir.
Sir, got a
Thank you,
doubt.
sir. Thank you.
Romantic
Chalo.
lamentation ବୋଲି
Chalo.
କାହିଁକି କୁହାଗଲା?
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
ସାର୍ ସବିତ ଭାଇ has a question sir।
No,
କାଟିଦେଲେ
he
ସାର୍
will not
କାଟିଦେଲେ।
answer. The time limit has gone.
କାଟିଦେଲେ।
और कि प्रियंका शायद तुम्हें पता हो तो तुम बोल सकती हो, मतलब रोमांटिक लमेंटेशन बोल के गुप्त एज को क्यों बोला गया है?
एक्चुअली मुझे बस इतना ही समझ आया कि बहुत सारा लिटरेचर इस टाइम पे लिखा गया था, सो वी कैन से दैट इसी वजह से कहा गया होगा। ये थोड़ा मुझे भी क्लियर नहीं हो पाया था लास्ट में।
And not only for book, many sectors
हाँ,
are responsible for this। Actually इस टाइम पर बहुत संस्कृत लिटरेचर लिखा गया था और
Yes.
साइंस का डेवलप हुआ था, आर्ट एंड आर्किटेक्चर का डेवलप हुआ था, पॉलिटिकल में पीस था। दैट्स व्हाई दिस एज इज कॉल्ड रोमांटिक रेमोनेटेशन और गोल्डन एज।
नहीं
बेसिकली जैसे
लमेंटेशन देखो,
रोमांटिक जो
देखो
जब
नहीं,
इटली में शुरू
लमेंटेशन
हुआ
का
था,
मतलब होता है निराश का, मतलब एक होता है कि सेपरेशन की बात जहाँ पे आता है, मतलब बिछड़ने की बात जहाँ पे आता है, वहां पे वो वर्ड यूज किया जाता है। लेकिन यहाँ पे मतलब
जैसे रोमांटिक का यूज इटली में हुआ था, इटली में जब बताया गया था बिकॉज वो देश प्रेम हो गया था तो उसके लिए सॉन्ग्स लिखे जा रहे थे, तो उस
कहाँ
टाइम
पे
पे हम वहां से कंसीडर कर रहे थे जब
कहाँ
इटली का
पे
हुआ था।
इटली की
बट
बात मैं
इंडिया
नहीं
का
बोल रहा।
गुप्त,
नहीं, यहाँ पे
हाँ,
इटली की बात नहीं हो रहा है। सर ने बोला कि गुप्त एज को, मतलब जो डीएन झा, रोमिला थापर, इन सब ने बोला है मतलब रोमांटिक लमेंटेशन, तो गुप्त एज के बारे में बोल रहे हैं, वो इटली के बारे में नहीं।
वही तो
और
वो समझ
मतलब
नहीं आया कि गुप्ता में क्यों
ठीक है,
कहा गया।
बाद में मतलब दूसरे क्लास में वो देख लेंगे सर, मतलब सर
ठीक
को।
है चलो दूसरे क्लास में डिस्कस करेंगे
अरे
सर के
गुप्त
साथ।
मेरा तबीयत सही रहा तो मैं आऊंगा
सुबित
भाई,
भाई
मेरा तो मतलब एक हफ्ते से
सुबित भाई
तबीयत खराब है। हाँ,
सुबित भाई गुप्त सह वैदिक कनेक्शन अच्छी।
गुप्त सह वैदिक कनेक्शन
ହଁ କନେକ୍ସନ ଅଛି ଯେମିତି ମାନେ ୱିଡୋ ରି ମ୍ୟାରେଜ ଏଇ ସବୁ ଅଛି କନେକ୍ସନ ଅଛି।
अच्छी।
ହଁ ଅଛି।
अच्छा, आप सब कहाँ कहाँ से बिलोंग कर, मतलब कि ओडिशा में कहाँ कहाँ रहते हैं आप लोग, क्या कोई बताएगा?
पहले आप बताओ आप कहाँ से बोलते हो?
मैं बारीपदा से बोल रही हूँ।
बारीपदा आपको उड़िया आता है ना?
नहीं,
उड़िया नहीं समझ रहे थे?
नहीं,
प्रियंका मैम जी, मैं बारीपदा से भी रहता हूँ बारीपदा में। आप कहाँ पर जॉब
राधानाथ।
करते हैं?
मैं इधर केंद्रीय विद्यालय में,
अच्छा मैंने पार्टिकुलर प्लेस
लक्ष्मी पोसी
लक्ष्मीपुर से। अच्छा अच्छा, मैं एमपीसी के पास रहता हूँ, एमपीसी
एमपीसी
ऑटोनॉमस के
कॉलेज।
पास।
ओके
या
ओके ओके। तो हमारा जो एग्जाम सेंटर है बेसिकली वहीं पे आएगा ना?
आप फॉर्म फिलअप किए हैं क्या?
अभी करना है, सो वही है एग्जाम सेंटर हमारा नियर बाय, तो वही करेंगे।
हाँ ठीक है ठीक है।
ओके। और भी
चलो
कोई है
बाय
क्या
सी यू मैम।
बारीपदा से?
हाँ एक है ना, उसका नाम क्या था शायद, अभी मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा, एक है लेकिन सॉरी मेरा
ओके
नाम, उसका नाम याद नहीं आ रहा है अभी।
ओके, चलिए कोई बात नहीं।
हाँ ठीक है।
बेस्ट
आप
ऑफ लक।
हमारा
अच्छा आप
प्रियंका मैम,
क्या?
आप हमारा ग्रुप में ज्वाइन नहीं है क्या?
नहीं, कौन सा ग्रुप है?
ओह सॉरी, हमारा हम जो उड़ीसा के जो स्टूडेंट है, हमारा एक ग्रुप है।
टेलीग्राम पर?
हेलो।
टेलीग्राम पर है क्या?
नहीं नहीं, व्हाट्सएप में।
अच्छा, व्हाट्सएप में?
हम्म,
नहीं, मेरे पास नहीं है एक्चुअली।
अच्छा ठीक है, और चलो नेक्स्ट क्लास में बात करेंगे।
ओके, थैंक यू।